Hello and welcome to Cupcake Addiction's Rainbow Waffle tutorial, where I'm going to be showing you how to make a delicious waffle recipe and how to turn it into these glorious rainbow waffles. The things that you'll need for your rainbow waffles: I've got a set of bowls just for mixing my different colours, some caster or superfine sugar, a little bit of baking powder, 2 eggs, a spatula, some melted butter, and it's up to you if you want to use unsalted or salted here. I'm using salted butter. If you use unsalted, just add a pinch of salt to this recipe. I've got a whisk, 5 Ziploc bags and a few spoons, a little bit of vanilla essence, and my food colours. I'm just using blue, green, yellow and a bit of red today. Some whole milk, some plain flour, a little bit of non-stick spray, and of course I've got my waffle maker. So you will need a waffle maker or a waffle iron for this. All of your quantities can be found on the My Cupcake Addiction blog, so I will link to that blog post in the description box below so that you can find all of your quantities and your conversion rates depending on where you're watching from. So let's get started. Now, the first thing we want to do is we want to take that plain flour and just add in your sugar and also your baking powder, and we're just going to mix that through to fully combine those ingredients. This is also where you would add your salt if you're using unsalted butter. Beautiful. Now I want you to add your eggs to your milk, and we're going to whisk those together until all of those eggs have been whisked right through that milk and we've broken up all the yolks. Perfect. So when your milk's kind of turned a yellowy colour from those eggs, you just want to whisk those into your main mixture. I like to start by actually combining it with the spatula first, and then we can move on to the whisk if it's not combined well enough. Now once your dry ingredients have been mixed into your wet, we're going to add just a little bit of vanilla essence, and here you can also add like a little bit of cinnamon or a little bit of nutmeg if you like that kind of flavouring. We're only going to do about a teaspoon, and I'm going to do that just by eye. And you also want to add in your melted butter. Whisk those ingredients through. Perfect. I love this batter because it's not too thin and it's not too runny, which I find with a lot of waffle batters. All right, so you want to divide your batter fairly evenly into your 5 different bowls, or however many colours you like. Don't try to go with too many colours here because you're going to have to fit them all into your waffle maker, so it's going to depend on how big a waffle you think you're going to get. I'd also suggest that you probably need a little bit more of the colours that are going to go around the outside. So for me, that's going to be red, orange and yellow. You'll need a little bit more of those than you need for the inside colours of green and blue. Perfect. Now you want to take some of your food colouring here. I've only got 4 food colouring because I'm actually going to mix my red and my yellow together to make a orangey colour. So have a think about whether or not you need to buy all of those food colourings, or whether or not you can mix like a yellow and a blue together to make green, or whatever colours you're looking for. And don't be too shy with your colouring here. We really want these rainbow waffles to pop. It's quite a thick mixture, so you don't need to worry too much about thinning it down. You just want to mix that colour through, and as you mix the colours, just take one of your Ziploc bags for each of those colours, and you can pour that waffle mix straight in to save you dirtying that spoon twice. So repeat that process, stirring in that colour and then spooning your mixture into the Ziploc bag until you've done all 5. Alright, so once your waffle maker is preheated, and I've got mine on the lightest colouring setting, so a lot of your waffle makers will have browning settings. You want it on the lightest browning setting so that you don't add any more colour to these, because we really want the bright colours of that food colouring to show through. Take your non-stick spray and make sure you give your waffle maker a really nice coat on both sides. And then you want to take all of your bags. We're going to snip a generous tip off the end. Now before I start doing this, each one of these round waffles is actually going to get cut in half to make 2 rainbows. So what you're looking for is sort of a rainbow pattern that comes out like a big circle. We'll snip all of those bags together because we don't really want this waffle cooking unevenly. We want it all to cook at the same time. All right, starting with blue in the middle, I'm going to come right in the center here and just come around in a circle. That's going to be the very, very center of our rainbow. Around goes some green, a nice big circle around the outside, then yellow, then our orange. So you can see why you wanted a bit more of this mix in those outer ring colors than what you needed of the inner ring colors. So we're going to use quite a bit more mix for the yellow and the orange and the red than we will for the others. And lastly, you want the red. It already looks amazing. All right, close that down and we're going to let that cook. All right, so once your waffle maker has indicated your waffle is done, you want to lift that up. Have a look at that. That is a textbook perfect rainbow waffle. So now you just want to remove your waffle from your pan, pop it onto your plate, and to serve that one, you want to cut it in half because you're going to get 2 rainbows out of each of these waffles. So you can cut it into 4 pieces if you like. There you've got your gorgeous rainbow waffles. These are absolutely gorgeous. They're really, really simple to make. I recommend serving them with a couple of big scoops of either plain vanilla ice cream or of whipped cream, because they're both nice and white and they'll look like clouds, and then a little pot of maple syrup gold somewhere down the end of the rainbow. These rainbow waffles are actually part of a collaboration with a bunch of other great channels for International Waffle Day, which is coming up. So if you want to see a whole lot of great waffle ideas, I will leave a link to an entire waffle playlist below. Make sure you check it out if you're a little bit waffle mad. I hope you guys have loved this rainbow waffle idea. I hope you'll enjoy making these for your friends and family. And as always, thanks very much for tuning in to My Cupcake Addiction.